bringing you news and information from around the Pacific Command. This is your AFN Pacific Report.
Thanks for joining us on this edition of AFN Pacific Report. I'm Senior Airman Therese Garnier. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations Humanitarian Assistance Disaster Relief Exercise involves 18 countries and more than 300 multinational troops. U.S. Pacific Command has a team in Brunei for the training. Nick Tovo reports that a merchant marine ship supporting that team is no ordinary vessel.
I'm standing aboard the USNS Matthew Perry, a supply ship deployed in support of the exercise. On first look, the vessel is like many other supply ships of its class. There's good chow, a gym to help work off the calories that come with that chow, and a computer room to help the crew stay in touch with the world an ocean away. What isn't always clear to the naked eye is the full scope of the ship's capability. One of the capabilities of the Matthew Perry that makes it special is that it embarks 2 Puma helicopters in support of missions in the Pacific region.
Our helicopters are involved primarily in the moving of people and equipment to the various sites.
We're busy right now supporting the ASEAN exercise. We're moving troops and supplies from the ship to inshore locations as part of a disaster relief exercise with many of the Asian countries in the region.
And so the Matthew Perry is more than just a supply ship. It's what many call an exercise multiplier. Next up for the USNS Matthew Perry is a supply stop in Singapore, and then it's off to support the PAC Fleet Mission Pacific Partnership. Nick Tovo, South China Sea.
Fast-pack Marines at Yokosuka Naval Base raced against each other to see which fire team is the best, and there was much more than just bragging rights on the line.
For Marines deployed with the Fleet Anti-Terrorism Security Team Pacific, or FAST-PAC, keeping their skills sharp can save lives. But the challenge they face now isn't a sprint to the finish. It's an endurance race against themselves and each other.
This event is the 6th Platoon Fire Team competition. It's where the Marines are going to use fire teams to test the knowledge and proficiency of the skills the Marines have learned throughout this deployment.
The fire teams race across Yokosuka Naval Base between 6 stations, where they are presented with a variety of timed challenges. The competition takes them through tests like assembling and ranging a .50 caliber machine gun, throwing inert hand grenades, and donning mop gear. Testing the readiness of each team helps ensure every Marine is on the same page and working as a unit, all while enduring a 10-mile run.
I'm a big endurance fan. Push people past their limits, keep them moving, kind of make them dig deep and see who they really are. We're towards the end of our deployment, trying to break up the monotony of doing the same stuff every day.
Organizing fresh challenges for the Marines doesn't just keep their skills sharp, it keeps their spirits high as well.
This is important that we as team leaders need to constantly be evaluating our Marines on the skills we've learned, make sure they're staying sharp, make sure they're staying fresh in their minds. So competitions like this builds good team cohesion, helps motivate them, gives them something to compete for, gives them a reason to work hard.
The winners will get bragging rights and be recognized as the best fire team in the platoon. But most importantly, they'll get the knowledge that they haven't lost their edge. Petty Officer Kirk Putnam, Yokosuka Naval Base, Japan.
Active duty, reserve, and Army National Guard soldiers from across the U.S. have gathered in Indonesia to take part in the bilateral exercise Garuda Shield. The troops in our next story are taking a side trip for an equally important community relations mission.
It's nice to take a break from the daily grind.
Today we went on a little mini excursion to Taman, Mini Indonesia.
Mini Indonesia, a place where these U.S. Army Pacific soldiers can experience the culture of their allied country. They're here in Indonesia to take part in exercise Garuda Shield, but right now it's time to slow down and enjoy the environment.
We only went to one museum, and in the museum I like looking at the traditional wear.
Museums are nice, but just being involved in the community can go a long way in understanding our allied country. Part of the culture includes the food. So over here we have some orange float soda, some free corn soup, rice in a bag, and I don't even know what this is, but I'm gonna try it. Tastes like chicken. After lunch there was an Indonesian rock concert, followed by a monorail ride around the park. A bit of shopping.
Cool souvenirs, we got a lot of stuff to take home.
And a surprising guest performance unique to a country like this. Overall, the soldiers had a chance to learn and laugh their way to a successful cultural experience.
It's been nice, it's been very hot, but it's been nice. Is that a good word?
Tomorrow they continue with operations for bilateral exercise Garuda Shield. Senior Airman Sarah Bryce, Ciledug, Indonesia.
Coming up, we take you out to a ballpark in Okinawa. But first, let's take a look around the Pacific Command in today's snapshots.
An AV-8B Harrier jet lands on the flight deck of the amphibious assault ship USS Bonhomme Richard in the East China Sea. A hospital corpsman conducts CPR during a realistic medical scenario aboard USS Boxer in the Pacific Ocean. U.S. and Indonesian soldiers show children how to bandage a wound during an orphanage and school visit. And that's a look around the Pacific Command in today's Snapshots.
One high school baseball player on Okinawa has seen his move from one team to another pay big dividends, to include earning a bit of fame.
Baseball, America's pastime. On Okinawa, the competition can be just as fierce. High school senior Jared Paul knows this all too well.
I've been playing baseball about 14 to 15 years now. It's been a big factor in my life.
Jared Paul just recently transferred over from Kadena. We're glad that he came over. He's a great addition to any ball team.
Switching from Kadena to Kubasaki and Camp Foster for his senior year paid off when they took the Far East High School Division I title. Jared was named the Stars and Stripes Pacific High School Baseball Player of the Year.
Everyone's real happy for him, that he did really well this year.
We're all happy about it. We're all happy for him and everything. So we're glad he got all the attention. That's good.
To Jared, baseball is more than just a sport. It's a way of life.
I wouldn't be graduating high school if it wasn't for baseball. It's really been what's been keeping me going all these years.
Marine Corporal Tyler Mitchell, Camp Foster, Japan.
Just in time for the arrival of barbecue season, Marine Corps Community Services Iwakuni held a seminar to teach and promote healthy grilling.
With summer approaching, outdoor grilling is increasing. Marine Corps Community Services Iwakuni hosted an event specifically targeting grill enthusiasts who are trying to eat healthy without sacrificing their time at the grill this summer. MCX Senior Divisional Sales Manager Andrew Chung tells us about it.
Right now we're actually hosting a healthy grilling event to show the station residents some healthy grilling alternatives. We partnered up with the club. The club helped us prep the food in order to just basically show residents they want to eat healthier, but they might not necessarily know how, so we're trying to help showcase that.
MCCS employees grilled and served the free food for residents while providing demonstrations on how to prepare the food in a healthier manner.
I believe service members are all about being fit and being healthy and completing the mission, so therefore helping them eat a little bit healthier helps them accomplish the mission, so to speak.
Lance Corporal Amy Douglas, Marine Corps Air Station Iwakuni, Japan.
In today's modern world, running isn't always the fastest way to get from point A to point B. But for one student at Osan Air Base, each stride is getting her closer to fulfilling her dream.
Noise grows from the sidelines as the athletes take their position on the start line. For many, today is just a fun day. But for 7th grader Sunhee Maxfield, the Osan Middle School Olympics is the beginning of a dream.
Participate in the actual Olympics, sprinting, running dash, and actually, if I can, win a gold medal.
Her passion for running comes from the feeling she gets every time she runs.
I feel freedom, and in my head, what I think is just, I just feel uncaged. I've never liked being caged in one spot, and I've never liked being held within my limits. Running gives me a way to physically exert myself. That's why I love running.
Students could show off their skills in the 50 and 100-yard dash.
I love running. I love it. I would like to run every chance I get because I love the feeling of the wind. I love feeling like I can fly.
For now, Sunhee's strides are helping her place in the school's competition. But maybe someday it'll take her to an Olympic arena. Senior Airman Nancy Kasberg, Osan Air Base, Korea.
Trudging through the mud and having to consume some less than desirable foods usually doesn't make for a great day. But for members of the wolf pack at Kunsan, those two elements, along with a few others, make for a great day.
Disgusting food, sand,
And lots of mud were some of the elements that service members had to endure in order to complete their Wolfpack Warrior mud run.
Today was a mud run. It was in memory of Lieutenant Hoves. Basically, it was a 1.88-mile course with a bunch of obstacles, anywhere from low crawling, running, wheelbarrow, leapfrog, mud, obviously, and oh God, the eating of the random kimchi or bugs or worms, fish heads. I got the fish heads. It's a good time.
The participants had a lot of fun, even if they weren't planning on participating.
It was a lot of fun. Well, I came here with the intention of just doing moral support. My team kind of fell through last second, and then I showed up, and somebody was like, hey, we need an extra person. So I said, shoot, I'll grab my shoes, and we did it. So it was a lot of fun, and it was just tons of obstacles and running and getting dirty, my favorite part.
And some of the Wolfpack members told what their most challenging part of the event was.
Whew, I think low crawl in the mud. There was a whole bunch of mud in my eyes, mud in my mouth, mud in my ears, mud in places that you don't want mud in.
After spending 40 minutes out on the course, the participants enjoyed the cold water at the end.
1, 2, 3,
Staff Sergeant Christopher Kingen, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
That's it for this newscast. From all of us here at AFM Pacific, thanks for watching.